Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle of the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the post, 20, 15, Hester 5.
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal team. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it through to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on this Hump Day edition. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, in my coaching visor. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well then, I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. There's more. Go to our YouTube channel. Because if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show on Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me, personally online, you want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Man, I got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook or YouTube, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around, and that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. And like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it, just bring it. The new Skinny Rock, if you've seen it online. Don't sing it, just bring it. Let's check out the chat, because, man, the chat was jumping early this morning. My man checking in first, Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. He said, good morning, all. Junior, what's up, Papa? Black Diamonds in the house is Mondo. 5 more days. Bear down, FGB. What? FGB. What? FGB. What? Go. That's what I'm talking about. Cornelius Squalls, what up, what up, what up? ShawnSierraSports fans. Morning, Armando, and bear down. Black Diamond. Oh, thank you, Papa. It's the top of the morning squad. Bear down, FGB. That's crazy that some Bears fans wanted us to pay a guy who has a grade 4 back sprain. That's why I only talk ball with you, Shawn, and the gang. Thank you, Black Diamond. I appreciate it, Papa. Thank you. Who else? Oh, Mr. Southside himself. Michelle Wall is giving me shit for no burpees this morning. Man, today's workout was a bitch. Ooh, Charlie. If you didn't see, man, go back and check out my live. That's what I'm telling you. All you guys got to make sure you follow me on Facebook as well. I know it's the old people thing. All the younger, cooler, hip kids are all on IG, X, and Snap, but us old farts are still on Facebook. I had a live this morning, or a video this morning from the workout. Man, that was crazy. Crazy. It was the Hateful Eight. So you had 8 rounds of 8 exercises, 8 reps each exercise. So you started with 8 push-ups, 8 sit-ups, 8 air squats, 8 pull-ups, 8 deadlifts, 8 hang cleans, 8 push press or shoulder overheads. Just get it up over your head after the hang cleans, and then 8 calories on the row machine. That was one round. They had to do 8 of those. That was insane. That was crazy. Whew, man, that was crazy this morning. That was crazy. But you know what? I love crazy. Oh, he's back. Look who's back, baby. Just like the prodigal son, he's returned, baby. I love it. Rick Gonzalez is back. Good morning, Shawn, in the chat. Took a little mental break from Bears talk and social media, but I'm back now and ready for the season to start. Bear the fuck down, baby. FGB, what? FGB, what? FGB, what? Go. Rick Gonzalez in the house, baby. Woo, Charlie. Yes. Man, good to have you back, Papa. Hey, we were worried about you. We talked about you the other day. We just want to make sure all was good. Hey. Man. Let's see. Yes. Man. So, hey, before we go any further, okay, let's not get it twisted, baby. Sports Zone Chicago Bears watch party Sunday, September 14th at the Branding Iron, the pavilion at Branding Iron. All right, get there around 11:30. All right, the pavilion's beautiful. It's in the back. A nice covered area. I'm gonna be on stage. We're gonna have a pre, half, and post game show. All right, swag giveaways throughout the game. Actually, my guy just texted me a few minutes ago about the swag that I'm gonna get a call him and order it today. The stuff that I'm gonna have for the watch party. So I'm gonna have dope ass swag, and we're trying to get that link together. Believe me, you're frustrated. I'm frustrated. I want that link up because I want you mugs wearing some Sports Zone Chicago gear and repping Sports Zone Chicago. We're gonna get that up soon. And then after the game, after the Bears whoop that ass on the Detroit Lions, all right, we got some DJs. It's gonna be it's gonna be a daytime party afterwards. That's what I'm talking about, baby. And what better way from 3:30 to 6? You know, get your drink on, get your smoke on. If you want to bring some cigars, you can smoke them out there, and then go home, fall asleep, and get ready for work, and you're refreshed. Daytime parties is where it's at, and this is what we're doing on Sunday, September 14th, at the Pavilion at Branding Iron, 7038 South Harlem, literally right in front of SeatGeek Stadium. It's going to be one hell of a day. I'm telling you. I have tons of swag, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome, man. I'm telling you, Rick, we missed you, Papa. We were all worried about you, just making sure everything was all right. I'm glad it is. And I understand. Now you see why. Remember, I took those 2 weeks off from the 11th, July 11th to my birthday. So 2 weeks, 14 days. I took off, no show, no nothing. So I understand, Rick. I understand. I understand. Listen, I got a great show for you, man. We got a lot of baseball to talk. Both teams are in action last night. Cubs hosting the ATL Braves, the Bravos, the White Sox on the road. All right. The White Sox were on the road. And, it was there in the Twin Cities, a place where we haven't done very well for the last 10 years or so. And I don't know if maybe tides are changing. Could very well be. All right. But that's what's happening right now. White Sox with a big win yesterday. The Cubs with a big win yesterday. Hey, Cub fans. 5 games out. 5 games out. It is not beyond the realm of possibility that you grab that division. So if I'm not mistaken, if you guys end in a tie, there's no game 163. Your Cubs hold a tiebreaker. Okay? You hold a tiebreaker. So It's not beyond the realm of possibility, baby. Remember I told you, ebbs and flows, ebbs and flows. It's horrible. It is bad when you're dealing with a team that's on fire, with a hot team at the end of the year. You don't want to face them. The Cubs might just be turning into that hot team. I told you they could have. I told you that was a viable option for them. Okay? Great start. Imanaga yesterday. A nice quality start for him. All right. You guys, King Tuck. Everyone's talking all types of shit on King Tuck. And he started, he started to come around. That's the guy you're going to need. That's the guy you're going to need, man. And you guys have a good shot. Your starting pitching is good. All right. And here's the thing. If you keep fighting, and even if you don't catch Milwaukee, guess what? You're separating yourself between you and the next wild card person, next team in the wild card standings. And I told you this. I told you once. I told you a million times. I'm going to say it again. If you guys are on a roll, there's not one team in the National League that's going to want to face you as a wild card. Not one. Not one. I told you. They already saw what you can do. They already saw how you can explode. And I'll tell you what. All you need right now is PCA to start picking it back up, and a lot of the teams are going to be shitting bricks. Oh, yeah. If PCA starts picking it back up now, the last 25, 30 games of the year, let me see how many you got left. 139, 140, 22. Last 23 games. If PCA starts getting hot in the last 15 games, that's 2 weeks, basically, a little more than 2 weeks. If PCA starts picking it up and getting back into his old form, it's not a good sign for whoever you are matched up against. Which shirt, Black Diamonds? To have that shirt, you are. Oh, you want this? Coaching matters, huh? Hey, you know what? I plan on having that link go live way before that. I plan to have the link live way before the 14th. But yeah. I'll tell you what, it's how I feel about the Cubs and the fan base, but I keep it a buck. I keep it a buck. I keep it, I'm gonna tell you what I see. All right, and I see a team that was basically licking its wounds. It was struggling for a while. They didn't like it. You get flustered, and more than any sport that I can think of, baseball is such a mental game because of the grind, because it's day in and day out. I mean, you'll probably have 26 games in a month, 27 games, 28 games in a month. That's crazy. One day off every 10, 12 days. You know what I mean? And it's a grind. And nobody stays hot all year long. Nobody stays cold all year long. It ebbs and flows, and you got to be hopeful that you're flowing at the end of the season. Right now is a good time. It's a real good time for the Cubs to start flowing. All right, you're 6-4 in your last 10 games. Milwaukee is 4-6 in their last 10 games, so you've gained 2 games on them. Milwaukee's on a 2-game losing streak. You guys are on a 2-game win streak. All right, today, who's going today? Oh man, Quintana from Milwaukee going against Aaron Nola for the Phillies. That's it. That's tonight at 6:40. You guys have Horton going up against Elder. Rick, just don't get jumped, Papa. I need an FGB shirt. Hell, and I might just go to Wisconsin and walk around to show that mofo off. FGB, baby, I'm telling you, that's going to be one of the best sellers. I'm telling you, it's going to be one of the best sellers that we have. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Black Diamond. We talk about the South Side. I said, Jerry, don't fuck up this. Fuck this up. These kids can play on the South Side. Man, they are. I'll tell you what, Will Venable, if they come out of this without 100 losses, if they can avoid the 100 loss plateau, Will Venable needs to seriously be in a conversation for Manager of the Year. Seriously needs to be in that conversation. I think Will Venable would have been a great coach with the last group of youngsters, because the culture that he's creating is one that is universal, universally successful. Junior says, Shawn, the 2005 White Sox were good and got hot, so it was inevitable they were going to be World Series champs. They were good. They were good. They went wire to wire. But here's the thing, they never got crazy. They didn't have a 25-game win streak. The thing about that, and here's the thing that's so important that people need to understand and teams need to understand, just win the series. That's it. You don't got to have a 10, 12, 15-game win streak. Just win the series. You know, if you win the series, if you just win the series 2 out of 3, that's 66%. You know what 66% of 162 games is? It's over 100 wins. It's over 100 wins. 62, 12, 108. 108. Let me see. See if my math. Divided by 3. It is 108. You just win the series, and that's all the White Sox did. Just one series. Just win the series. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. You stay under the radar. Nobody's a lot of media attention doesn't go your way because you don't have that big win streak. It just keeps adding up. 2-1, 4-2, 6-3, 8-4, 10-5, 12-6, 14-7, 16-8, 18-9, 20-10, and it just adds up quickly. And I know you're not going to win every single series 2-1. Okay, you're going to have some sweeps. You're going to get swept once or twice, maybe. But as long as you average that, and right now the Cubs just need to keep winning series. Black Diamond, Colson Montgomery, yeah, that kid is something special. And there was an issue like a year and a half, 2 seasons ago. I was like, where are they going to play this kid? Tim Anderson was still not bottomed out yet. All right, Tim Anderson was still in the phase where he was still popular and doing great things for the Sox. I'm like, man, when is this kid gonna be able to come up and play and get a shot? And we saw how fast that changed, you know. So, Shawn, I couldn't agree with you more. So Sox manager is perfect for this young team. He is, because he's demanding. And the thing I like about this is that you have a couple of really good, promising stars. Colson Montgomery, all right, Edgar Caro, Josh Vargas, Andrew Benintendi's a KG veteran. All right, but you have a lot of guys who are role players, who can be just solid baseball players. You know what I mean? They're not. No way they're going to be in the MVP conversation. But these are the guys you need. These are the guys who can bunt. These are the guys who can hit the ball to the right side to move the runner to third. All right, the Sox have a lot of good, young, fundamentally sound players. And the fundamental part of the fundamentally sound comes from is the manager. Instilling it and demanding that. I'm so glad that I like Will Venable a lot. And like whether he could take us to the promised land, I don't know. Let's not worry about the promised land yet. Let's worry about not losing 100 games. Let's just start there. Let's start by getting beyond 63 wins, 62 wins. Let's get 63 wins or more. All right, we'll start from there. All right, then we'll get to 70, maybe 75 or 80 next year. Get to 500. And then in 27, 28, now we can start looking at the playoffs. Keeping it real on a realistic timeline. I mean, I don't expect them to go You're a fool, Rick. So what you're saying is that coaching matters. Amazing, huh? Who'd have thunk it? You see, I'm in my coaching mode today. I got the Coaching Matters t-shirt. I got the coaching visor on today. I was ready. Steve-O laughed at me this morning when I said, Steve-O, I'm putting on my coaching visor. I said, I'm ready to go, baby. I'm ready to go. Oh, man. Listen, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we are going to hit top of the morning topics, or hit top of the morning with a bunch of topics. We got some Bears to talk as well as baseball. All right, so we're going to do that first. All right, I'm going to get the warden off the CrossFit. She's ready to go. Man, she was fired up this morning. She was fired up Monday. So Monday, I had those CrossFit workout. All the classes were canceled except two. They have on holidays. They usually have two classes, 9 and 10, or sometimes I'll push ahead, have an 8 and a 9 o'clock. So I had an 8 and a 9 o'clock on Monday. I went to the 8. I was a bitch. We had a 400-pound stud we had to push. We had a couple guys pushing it 400 meters. And we'd sub in and out. Anyway, I was stretching and everything, and I was getting ready to come home, and I got a phone call. And Mom says, Shawn, I'm still at home. I was like, okay, where would you be? She's like, I'm ready. She goes, I don't know how to call the car because I got to go to CrossFit. And I was like, oh, I said, Ma, I said, your class has been canceled. There's no Strong for Life class today on the holiday. She's like, oh, she's like, I'm dressed and ready to go. Girl was ready, boy. She was ready. She was ready. I loved it. So, but I got to get her off the CrossFit and pick her up in a little bit. All right. So keep it locked right here. Top of the morning topics on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked right here, folks. Shawn, Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
911, operator 901. Where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
Rate your home team. Get the game at rate.com. Benintendi deep to right, and it's a Benny bomb here in the second. Ramos, the deep right center field. Wallner going back. This one's going to go off the top of the wall. One run scores, another one coming behind. And how about Brian Ramos, his first start? Kyle Teal. High in the air, deep to right field. It is gone! That ball just kept carrying in Minnesota.
Welcome back to Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Those were the good guys from the South Side yesterday, opening up that can of whoop ass on the Twinkies. Man, it felt so good to whoop that ass in Minnesota because they had been a pain in our ass for so long, especially up in the Twin Cities. Wow, that felt good. 2 wins in a row for the good guys. They're back there today and tomorrow. It's a 4-game set with these guys. Man, if they can win one more today or tomorrow, hell, I mean, I'll take both. Don't get me wrong. But if they can win one more and take 3 out of 4, that's what I'm talking about. All right? We're at 51 and 88 right now. We're at 139, 141, 22. There's 23 games left. All right, we need 12 wins out of those 21 games. Okay? We win today and tomorrow, that makes it 10. That makes it 10. We'll have 53 wins. All right? It'll make it a lot easier for us. We got work to do. But good game by the good guys on the South Side. Don't, like our old Uncle Hawk Harrelson used to say, don't stop now, boys. Don't stop now. Shawn says, I can't stand the evil twins. Neither can I. And you know what's really weird? Watching them was like me watching the Boston Celtics back in the day. Okay? I hated the Celtics. Hated them. I hated the Celtics. And I started to get an appreciation for them when they started deteriorating because of age. When Bird wasn't as effective, when McHale wasn't as effective, when Robert Parrish was slowing down before he came to the Bulls. Okay? That's when I got a real appreciation for how good they were. And the Twins were good. Just fundamentally sound, small market team, fundamentally sound. Remember, it had Justin Morneau and who's the other one? Eminem. Oh, goodness. Who's the other guy that killed us? Justin Morneau and the other guy who's a local, he was from Minnesota. Can't think of it. But anyway, you start to see how Byron Buxton looks human. Remember, Byron Buxton was just a stud, and he was a Sox killer for so long. Well, guess what? He looks human. Crazy. Our girl Levette Lee checking in. What's up, Mama? How are you? She says, happy hump day, y'all. And my man is checking in. Mr. Shorty, top of the morning to the FGB. What? Hey, Shorty, Rick's in. I think you made a, yeah, you saw it. He's like, Rick, where you been? We were worried. We're getting worried, FGB. We were, man. I'm telling you, Rick. A lot of love for you, dog. We were just, thank you, Black Diamond. Joe Mauer and Morneau. Yes, Joe Mauer was a son of a gun. God bless it. Did he destroy the White Sox? I hate that son of a gun. He was so good. So watching them play human and be beatable is like, it reminded me of when I hated the Celtics back in the day. But let's get it cracking. Guys, you know how we do the first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's check it out. The first top of the morning topic. Which way do we go? Which way do we go? You know where we're going. Start with the good guys from the South Side. That's what I'm talking about, baby. The White Sox open up a can of whoop ass on the Twinkies in Minnesota with a 12-3 resounding ass whooping. I thought I heard Minnesota say, "Thank you, sir. May I have another? Thank you, sir. May I have another?" I thought I heard him saying that. I could be mistaken. Davis Martin with a great game yesterday. Nice quality start yesterday. He got the win. He's 6-9 on the season. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, 4 punch-outs. Andrew Benintendi, have a day, young man. Have a day. He was 4 for 5 with not 1 but 2 homers, bringing his total to 17 on the season. Driving in not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 RBIs on the season, bringing his tally up to 54 ribbies on the year. Newcomer Robinson, he had 2 RBIs yesterday, bringing his total to 5. And Brian Ramos, remember that name, Sox fans? He was another one of those Cuban, the Cuban superstars to be. He has been stuck in the mine. He had a decent game yesterday. He was 1 for 5, driving in 2 RBIs, his first 2 RBIs of the season. I'll tell you what, that boy's thick. That boy's powerful. I gotta say, he's thick, no diddy, but he's powerful. You can tell he's bottom. His shot off the wall yesterday. Yes. Keeping it moving. The next top of the morning topic. Well, the White Sox are at the Twins again tonight. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sportsnet or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 AM. The probables for tonight's game for the good guys. Yoendris Gomez, he's 3-2 with a 5.20 ERA, going up against Zebby Matthews for the Twinkies. He's 4-4 with a 5.06 ERA. The next top of the morning topic, Cubs. Man, the Cubs did it yesterday, boy. The Cubs beat the Braves from the ATL. They're at home at Wrigley, 4-3 yesterday. Shota Imanaga, he got the W. He's 9-6 on the season. He went 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 free pass, 2 punch-outs. Kyle Tucker, King Tuck, is back, baby. He is 2 for 3 with a homer, his 22nd of the season, driving in his 73rd RBI, his 71st, 72nd, and 73rd RBI of the season. Ian Happ was 1 for 4, driving in the other run, his 65th RBI on the year. Staying with the Cubs, the next top of the morning topic, the Cubs host the Braves again tonight. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 6:70 a.m. That's 6 the score. Probables for tonight's game for the Braves. Bryce Elder, who's 5-9, 9.85 ERA, going up against the youngster, Cade Horton, for the Northsiders. He's 9-4 with a 2.92 ERA. Keep it going, Cubs. Keep it going. Keeping it moving. The next top of the morning topic, the Sky. They host the Connecticut Sun tonight at Wintrust Arena. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. Central. You can catch that game locally on the U, Channel 26, the U. Girls are having a very, very rough season, but you know what? Here's another chance. That's the cool part about sports. You can have a rough season or even a rough game. But you know what? There's always the next game. There's always the next game. I mean, we're 9-30. Man, Connecticut's 10-30. So we're equally yoked. We equally sucked, both teams. Oh, man. Let's see, we got some new messages in the chat. Rick Gonzalez says, Shorty, hello, my good friend. Just took a little mental break from the Bears talk. Social media, FGB, FCM, FAR, LCBC. Oh, man, that's awesome. Oh, man, King Booker World checking in. He says, salute everyone. And show. How you doing, Papa? Our guy Rick is back. Rick is back, King Booker World. He is back. Just like the prodigal son, he's returned. Rick said, if it was not for this show, I'd have no clue the WNBA was even going on. I'm here to enlighten everybody. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about, Rick. That's what I'm talking about. Shorty says, LOL, same. It is the battle of the bands today. King Booker World, 9-30 for the Sky, 10-30 for the Sun. They both suck. Next top of the morning topic, the Bears continue to prep for their opener on Monday night. Game 1 on the lakefront. The Bears host the Minnesota Vikings. You can catch that game on Channel 7, ABC, or ESPN if you like. Or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 AM. That's Monday, September 8th, 7:20 off. And a lot of questions will be answered that day. And I can guarantee you a lot more questions will arise that day. King Booker Will says, I hope the Bears set records with this ass whooping. So you're thinking about to whoop some ass on the Vikings, huh? Okay. Troy says, yes, Booker, yes. There are Rick says, so excited for Monday. Jalen is a go, FGB. Yeah, and even if he is a go, let's keep it in perspective. Even if Jalen is a go, okay, how well conditioned is he? Okay, what kind of football shape is he in? Okay, he hasn't practiced. He hasn't. I mean, you can do all the conditioning you want, and you can. Remember, he had a lower leg injury, so I don't know how much running he was doing. But you can do all these things individually, and that's fine and dandy. But there's nothing like football shape. The only way you get in football shape is to play football. Okay? And that's what he's missing. His timing is going to be in question. His spider senses, so to speak, for lack of a better term, his instincts, there we go, might not be as sharp. Because the only way you sharpen your instincts is to play. So I'm a little concerned. And same goes for Justin Jefferson. Same goes for Justin Jefferson. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. All right, Justin Jefferson hasn't played all preseason. All right, so he hasn't played all preseason. So guess what? The timing with him and J.J. McCarthy might be off a little bit. This is why it's really good to get the Vikings early, because once they get that connection, and once Jordan Addison comes back, he's missing the first 4 games of the season. He's suspended. Wow. Rick says, he's talking about Jalen Johnson. Go send his ass to CrossFit with the Warden SuperBack FGB. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. King Booker World said, he goes, how's a quarterback that played have more to prove than one that didn't? King Booker World says 2 days of Euro training, he'll be fine. Shorty says the same QB broke a shit ton of rookie records and gets no credit for it either, Booker. Yeah, he did. But they're rookie records. No one cares about rookie records. You know what I mean? I don't care about rookie records. All right? Because you got to do it again and again. And the reason everyone's putting a lot of this on Caleb is because Caleb was the number 1 overall pick. Okay? Caleb was the number 1 overall pick, and the guy who's picked after him had a better year last year. So people are talking about, well, should Jaden Daniels be gone first? That's what the conversation is, and this is why Caleb has a lot to prove. Caleb has a lot to prove to us, more importantly to him and his teammates, that he can be that leader. Okay, the one thing that I'm concerned with Caleb, again, is the things that I've said repeatedly. I hope he's okay taking the check down. I hope he's okay throwing 5-7 yard passes. I hope so. You know, let's look at it this way. Let's look like this. If you remember and you watched Tom Brady, there were multiple games where he didn't throw the ball more than 15 yards. He might have taken a shot deep, a shot or two, but that's after he worked the short game. I've said this ad nauseum to this point. All right, Caleb has to take the singles and doubles. Caleb has to let the playmakers. He's got DJ Moore. He's got Roma Dunze. He's got Luther Burden. He's got Colson Loveland. He's got Cole Kmet. He's got DeAndre Swift. Let those jokers earn their money. He's like, that's true, Shawn. It's the double standard, though. After 1 year, Caleb is a bust. Year 5 of Trevor Lawrence. Well, a lot of it, we know what part of the reason that is. Okay? But to call someone a bust after 1 year is ridiculous. So whoever says that this is why you know you don't listen to people who say dumb shit like that. To call someone a bust after 1 year, after what he went through with the losing of his offensive coordinator, the changing of the play callers. Offensive coordinator was gone. Then the head coach is gone. Then his offensive coordinator becomes the head coach, which took more time away from him because now he's doing head coaching duties and not just offensive coordinator duties. And he still throws for 3,500 yards and 20 touchdowns. So if anyone says, and yes, you can look at all the shortcomings you want. This is what I don't understand. You can look at all the shortcomings you want. But you throw for 3,500 yards is respectable. I don't care if you're a rookie or a veteran or what. 3,500 yards is more than respectable. 20 touchdowns, 6 picks in the shit he had to endure? Come on, man. Come on now. So, to anyone who says he's a bust is an idiot. Because what they're doing is they're poking at his deficiencies. Well, guess what? Everybody has deficiencies. Peyton Manning had deficiencies. Tom Brady had deficiencies. Patrick Mahomes has deficiencies. So to highlight specifically those and call him a bust is ludicrous. There are a lot of things he needs to work on. I'll tell you what, every single quarterback has a lot of things to work on after their rookie year. Every single one. Name one of them. Name one of them was a finished product after their rookie year. Come on, man. Now, what's going on? Why do people need to say such stupid ass things? Because they want clicks. That's all it is. They want clicks. I'm not here for clicks. I'm here to give you good football analysis, good sports analysis. The clicks will come. Peyton Manning, after his rookie year, led the league in interceptions. His career turned out pretty good. 2 Super Bowls. So people who say that are stupid. Rick Manning in 2015, that's all he did was throw short and won a Super Bowl with Denver. It works. Threw short, had a good defense. He wasn't airing the ball out. Yeah, don't pay attention to that, shorty. He goes, and Caleb throws 6 interceptions. He's a bust. That's why I'm saying don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. And that's why you got to understand, you got to be above that. Like, okay, he's an idiot. Whoever said that's stupid. Whoever said that's stupid. Patty Larry checking in. Monica's checking in. Jeremiah's checking in. All 3 of you, good morning, guys. Love you guys. Thank you, Patty. Yeah, Patty said thanks for being a person of the month. Yeah, just a quick thing. I was pretty happy. They gave me the heads up that I was the athlete of the month for September or this month. And I'm about to do a deadlift. You see, I got a wide grip on the bar. I'm about to do a deadlift. Back to what we're talking about. When you hear people saying he's a bust, how can you call someone a bust after 1 year? After 1 year. Now, to be concerned and want him to do better, okay. But to make it like the sky is falling, like Chicken Little, no, it's not. You got Caleb with one of the best offensive minds in the NFL, with one of the best receiving cores in the NFL, with an improved and upgraded offensive line to protect him. And you want to call him a bust? Like, people like that I can't deal with. That's part of the reason I got into sports broadcasting, because of stupid people like that. When people say dumb shit like that, it shows that you don't know jack shit about sports, that you're in it for clicks and you don't actually know sports. In this case, football. It's going to take 3 years minimum to decide whether or not he's a bust. See, because teams get rid of guys early, it doesn't mean they're a bust. There's a financial timeline for people. Okay, one of the reasons they shipped Justin off was because they hadn't decided if they're going to pay him the 5-year extension or 5th-year option. After the 3rd year, you have to decide you're going to pay it or not. Yeah, King Booker, I hear you. King Booker World said, we all know that Caleb has to work on his game. It's the dismissal of what he did do that pisses me off. Some act like he just had a horrible year. Yes. Bingo. Bingo. Shorty says exactly, Booker, in all caps. Yes. You cannot. To say he had a bad year is malpractice. If you're a reporter, if you're a writer, you can't say he had a bad year. 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 6 picks. It's not a bad year. To say he could have had a better year, yes. But just think about what you're saying. How can you say he had a bad year with 20 touchdowns, 6 picks, the chaos that went on, 3,500 yards, and call him a bust? When he had nothing, he had no culture, no nourishing, or no nurturing culture here to develop him. And he still got 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. So imagine if he had someone who knew what the hell they were doing and how to coach him, or someone he respected. It would be a completely different thing. You could choose to focus on the negative, or you could choose to focus on the positive. And you know what? Negative sells. People want to tell you why Caleb sucks and why he did this and why he did that and why he's a bust. They're quick to tell you that, but they're not quick to tell you the turmoil he went through and still was able to have 3,500 yards with 20 tutties and 6 picks. It's just the way people are, to prove their point. This is why stats lie. You can manipulate them and say, hey, well, Caleb, his percentage was down. He was sacked 65 times. You can manipulate stats however you want. Shorty says, they just pushed this narrative that Caleb sucked because of Jaden Daniels' year, which statistically was only 27 more yards and 5 more touchdowns, but also 6 more interceptions. Yeah. On a much better coach team. Yes. I couldn't agree more with you, boss. So listen, let's take another quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll get into some quick baseball talk. In like 10, 20 or so, we'll finish it up with all Bears. All right? So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. You know, I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. every day. No matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Every body in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
What did Braxton show you these past couple of weeks that led him to get the opportunity in week 1?
He knows what he's doing. Is it perfect every play? No, it's not. But we did see the execution go up over the course of the last few weeks, and so there is a trust level in him knowing what to do, and we think that he's going to continue to ascend the more reps that he gets.
Do you think that adding...
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of the Chicago Bears. That was Bears head coach Ben Johnson talking about Braxton Jones. Let's look at it one more time. I want to see, listen to the tone of his voice as well as what he says. Okay? Keep it.
What did Braxton show you these past couple of weeks that led him to get the opportunity in week 1?
He knows what he's doing. Is it perfect every play? No, it's not. But we did see the execution go up over the course of the last few weeks, and so there is a trust level in him knowing what to do, and we think that he's going to continue to ascend the more reps that he gets.
Do you think that adding...
He knows what to do, then quickly says, was it perfect? No. He's going to continue to ascend, which means they're not happy with it. And again, that clip courtesy of the Chicago Bears. Up Bears. It seems like he's resigned and saying, all right, you're the veteran. You're probably the best we have. We'll go with that. King Booker, well, you're a damn fool. I can't wait for the takeoff. I want to be the Chi-Town Don Burr. For those of you who don't know, Don Burr is a Detroit Lions fan who's in all the chats, and he is unbelievably annoying in support of his team. All right? He's annoying for his team. If you're a Detroit Lion fan, you'd love him. Kind of like AJ Przinsky. All right, one of those guys, you hate him unless he's on your team. And that's what Don Burr is. Don Burr is a Detroit Lions fan, and he's been in all of our chat rooms starting shit. And King Bookwell says, I'm going to be the Chi-Town Don Burr. Rick says, Shorty's anger is why I took that 2-week break. I was ready to fight any mofo talking smack about Caleb. FGB. I hear you. You and I both, Booker. This is Mr. Shorty. He says, you and I both, Booker. I'll give you a show on BCP called Busting Your Ass with Booker. I'll check it in late, but just in time. He's not always there when you call, but he's always on time. The Plankster is in the house. He said, I'm late, but I'm here. Bear down. Bear down, FGB, Plankster. You saw that, didn't you? You heard it, didn't you, Rick? Ben didn't sound too enthused with praising Braxton. And what was the last thing he said? We still think he can be ascending, which means we need him to get better. Booker Will says, I freaking love this coach. You and I both. So here's the thing, a couple of things. Braxton Jones is a guy that they're going to go into the season with because they kind of have to. They brought in a couple people that they thought could do it, but they really can't. All right, to the level that they want. Okay. So I get it. That's cool. Braxton Jones has 40 starts. Braxton Jones is a veteran. But also Braxton Jones is in a contract year. Braxton Jones is in a contract year. Now, it's easy for him if he has a bad year to say, hey, listen, I was hurt. I had surgery on my ankle, so I couldn't lift. And my strength was down. My power was down. Blah, 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 blah. It's easy to say that in going into negotiations. But you know what? They don't give a shit. They'll say, hey, you know what? Your play regressed. Your play regressed. So Braxton Jones is in a contract year. He's looking to get paid. And he's not going to set the market for left tackles. He's not that caliber of dude. But what he can do is put his family and three generations or 4 generations of his family in good financial standing. That's what he can do. That's what he can do. So let's not get it twisted. I think Braxton is playing with a chip on his shoulder because it is a contract year. Because of all the shit that people are talking. You don't think he sees it? You don't think his family sees it? His friends see it? Of course they do. Of course they do. You don't think he saw when they're bringing people in for the left tackle? We drafted Ozzie Trapillo. Oh, we're going to move him to the left tackle. You don't think he saw all that disrespect? Oh, he saw it. Oh, he saw it. But there was a theory going around that I'd heard that makes a lot of sense. Okay, some people are not on this Bears staff are not happy with Darnell Wright. Dan Richard is one of them. The offensive line coach. They say you see some plays, he looks amazing. Then other plays he reverts back to unfundamental football. Now, if they're not happy with Darnell Wright, then now you could see maybe what they were doing. All right, they couldn't get a left tackle in this draft. They're probably trying to get a left tackle in this draft, and they couldn't. They needed a running back, which they didn't get. So they drafted a right tackle. Darnell Wright is in his 3rd year. He could be good trade bait if the Bears want. If he doesn't fit what Dan Richard and Ben Johnson like, he's an excellent trade candidate. And you got the rookie behind him at right tackle in Ozzie Trapillo, and you can go draft the left tackle next year. Because all these moves seem to be with big picture in mind. They don't seem to be for this year only. Let's make a move that's going to affect us 3, 4, 5 years down the road. It's going to benefit us, obviously. Rick's not sold. Rick says, man, Braxton is a big worry, SuperBack. I have zero faith in him. What do you not have faith in him about? He's been a starter for 3 years. He's not going to stay a starter if he didn't have that type of capability of talent. And let's be honest, He is an excellent run blocker. Do I need to remind you of all the pin and pull where he comes outside, knocks the Green Bay Packer over? Swift runs up the sideline, touchdown. Rick says pass blocking gets beat on the inside move a lot, bro. Now, I won't argue that point. What I will say is this. One, I don't feel that he had a good grasp of it. Okay, protections, the one play that a lot of people were talking about, I think that's all mental. I think Dan Rochar can get him there. If a linebacker's coming up, he can get him easy. He's got good footwork, really, really good footwork. And he's a lot bigger than linebackers. It's the defensive ends and the outside linebackers that give him problems. The edge rushers. Now, if he can, first of all, when I was with Curie, the head coach had a mantra: alignment, assignment, attitude. Alignment, assignment, attitude. Where you lined up, who do you got, and how nasty are you going to get it done? And that's what I think Braxton Jones needs to work on: his alignment, his assignment, and his attitude. Because if he gets beat inside, if he understands that the inside is the fastest way to the quarterback and protects that at all costs, much better for the Bears. And I think Dan Rochar is going to have a yeoman's effort in trying to get him to understand that. Mr. Shorty says, do we have any Shamar Turner updates? No, I don't. King Bagor says, I remember when Braxton MDK'd that one DB on a run. I don't know what MDK means, but yeah, he trucked that joker. I think it was the Packers. You could do C7 in a cartwheel. Said that joker in a cartwheel. Junior says, I have faith in a coach that has a quarterback fake himself falling down and throw a TD pass. How Ben did against the Bears. Yeah, I hear you. But I think they're going to work on instilling inside, strong inside. No one gets beat to the inside. But I think his experience, his time in the league, I think that'll help. Again, and he's in the contract year. Let's not forget about the motivation of money. Hell, we get excited when our job offers us overtime or time and a half or or double pay. How excited do you get, and how hard do you work at that particular point? Think about playing for millions and millions of dollars. Again, he's not going to sign an $80 million contract. He might sign a $30 million contract for 3 years. There's going to be a team that needs him. There's going to be a team that needs him that's trying to do this shit on the cheap. And they're saying, listen, he is an above average left tackle at best. If we can get him to play above average, hit his ceiling, we're good. Because next year he's not going to, hopefully, knock on wood, he's not going to have the ankle injury he's coming back from. He's not going to be rehabbing. He will be strength training. The teams they'll use it against you in negotiations, but they'll use it for you in their assessment of where you can be. I'm not perfectly fine with it, Rick. No. I'm not perfectly fine with it, but because of his experience, I'll go with it. Because of his experience. Don't get me wrong, I wish we would have taken Ariante Ursary, the kid from Minnesota, who's doing big things down at the Houston Texans. Or Will Campbell from LSU. But at this point, keeping it real, Shorty, what other choice do we have? What other choice do we have but support this kid? And you'd be surprised how being in the press or hearing good things, people supporting you does wonders for a person. And that's a good thing. Good point, King Booker World. So I have a little faith with Tuning being next to him. Yeah. Yeah. Rick says, I know, Shorty, I was pulling for Ozzy. I was pulling for Ozzy too. I was as well. But it's not that easy flipping strengths. Kicking back with your right foot. Now you got to kick back with your left foot. And now everything is just reversed. It's tough. It's tough. But I know, real quick, let's talk a little Cubs and Sox, and then we'll get back to the Bears at the bottom of the hour. Cub fans, you're in a good spot, man. You're in a good spot. I know Tucker left. And I think that's a situation you got to worry or watch, monitor closely. All right, he's got a tight calf. Man, you do not want that to turn into an Achilles issue. That's what usually happens. It travels down. So definitely make sure that that they take care of that, because he's the guy. He's the guy the Cubs need. Funny, Steve-O. He's the guy that the Cubs need. He's a guy that when you come up, it puts fear in the heart of every opposing fan. We all had players like that. All right. For you Cub fans, a few years ago, it was who was the guy that won? Christian Yelich. All right, when Christian Yelich came to the plate, it was like, oh shit. And he always seemed to come to the plate with ducks on the pond. How is it always coming around and he's got runners on second and third? He's got runners on first and third. Why is he always up? It just seems like that. Okay? It just seems like that, but it seems to happen all the time. Tucker's that dude for other people, for other teams. PCA was that dude early in the year. And PCA's got to get off the schneid, get out of his own head, and make things happen. Because as I told you before, you give PCA a 2-week ramping up period where he starts getting hot going into the playoffs, you guys are going to cause some trouble. Black Diamond says, I don't see him staying. Who are you talking about? You talking about Darnell Wright or King Tuck? Who are you talking about, Black Diamond? I don't see him staying. God, I hope I'm wrong. If you're talking about King Tuck, man, that slump really damaged his market value. But you only need one. You only need one team to give you $300, $400 million, and that's it. But is it a team that's not going anywhere for a while? is a team that sucks. Because if it is, I know you're making us millions, hundreds of millions. Is that a team you want to play for? If it is, cool. A lot of times, it's not. It's not. And over on the south side, our boys just need to keep doing what they're doing. All right? I love this contributions from everyone. That's what gets me excited. Contributions from everyone, from the pitching staff. Davis Martin. Who's on the bump today for the good guys? Oh, Yoendris Gomez, guy we just got. All right, we have a lot of young. It's interesting how we have so much talent, but it's in pitchers and position players. It's in both. And I like it. I like it a lot. Remember, we used to be able to develop pitchers. We couldn't get a position player developed. Now we're getting all of them. And I will say this. I will have to give Chris Getz. I got to give him credit. If I'm going to bust his ass and chew him out when the team isn't doing well, I got to give him his props when the team is. It seems like now we're able to scout and to develop players. The minor league system, we weren't developing players. Now they're bringing these guys up. I know Chris Getz is not the vice president in charge of minor league development. However, it's his show. He's a general manager, and he's in charge of all that down there. When these guys are coming up here with a patient approach at the plate, when was the last time you saw a patient approach from rookies like you see the White Sox rookies have? I've never seen it. We're talking guys taking 1 and 2 pitches, or 2 and 2 pitches that you're 2 and 2 in a count, and you're taking pitches right off the corner because you have a good understanding of the strike zone and the strike zone that the ump is calling that day. The patience I'm seeing from these young hitters is impressive. And if I'm going to give Chris Getz shit for not having developed players when he was director of minor league personnel, I have to give him credit. When the rookies that are coming up are producing. Kyle Teal, Edgar Carroll, Josh Ramos, Miguel Vargas. I mean, we can go through the list of youngsters, of rookies. Chase Mydroff. We can go through that whole list of rookies, and these are people who are producing. Hell, even Brian Ramos yesterday. Brian Ramos had 14 home runs this season in AAA before the Sox called him up on Monday. This is from Kyle Williams, the Sox beat in the Chicago Sun-Times. Colson Montgomery stepped in. Look what he's doing, all his home runs. Curtis Mead. All these young players are stepping up. And they're gelling right at the right time for us. Right at the perfect time. What do we say? How many games left? 20-something? 23? 51 and 88. 139. 140. That'll be 22. 23 games left. 23 games left. Back then, Steve was talking about Kyle Tucker. Dude, that'd be dope if you keep him. Southside Bear says, actually can't believe what Colston has been doing. Colston's been that youngster, dude. I'm telling you, 2 years ago, I was like, man, how's he going to get on the field? Tim Anderson's still doing great things out there. And man, what a difference 2 years makes. Rick, you know who's excited about the young Sox players? The Dodgers, Red Sox, and Yankees, because you know damn well we'll trade all our good young talent. FJR, Jerry Reinsdorf. Southside Bear said, yeah, he'd have 40 homers at this pace. We're talking about Costa Montgomery. He would, yeah, he'd be on pace for 40, if not at 40 already. Mashun says Sox development is better now. Yeah. Good stuff happened on the South Side, and it's fun to watch as a Sox fan because, man, 121 losses last year was brutal. Brutal. All right, we're trying to avoid that. We're 100 loss season. We're trying to get these youngsters developed and get them valuable. There's no better learning agent than experience. None. That's exactly what these youngsters have, learning experience. Playing 3 quarters to a full season. Now when they come back, they know exactly what they need to do in the offseason. That's the cool part about playing youngsters. After that season's over, now you can go back because you have your tendencies on tape. So now you have to be able to self-scout and say, where are they getting me out? You have to be able to self-scout and say, why didn't I get to that ball? Why did I airball that throw to first? Why did I airball the throw to the cutoff man? You can get the tape, you can watch film. But yeah, they're Southside Bear says fun bad feels like playoff baseball after last year. Yeah. It's really weird. You're right, it does. It does. We're trying to get out of 100. We're trying to get 63 wins. Get out of that triple digit loss column. I get it. I'm with you. I hope they can do it. I hope they can do it because that'll be phenomenal for all Sox fans. Hey Rick, that's why I said don't fuck up this Jerry's because his ass would do it. Yeah. Yeah. You said that earlier. Don't mess it up, Jerry. Got a really good thing going here. Don't let your ignorant, arrogant self pop in the locker room and bring another manager in. Monday, man, kicks off. Chicago Bears at Minnesota Vikings. That game on Channel 7 or ESPN. Kickoff 7:20. Talk about that game. King McGraw says Jerry's middle name is fuck this up. He has every organization. The Bulls. He didn't bring the Bulls back for 98-99 season. Remember, that was the whole reason for the Last Dance. He didn't want to run it back until someone beat him. That's how you play ball. That's how you play ball. You've been sold out for 6 years prior. Every game. Sold out. How long was the sellout? Let's see. Let me see. How long was the Look at this. The Chicago Bulls had a sellout streak of 610 consecutive games. Mind, there's only 41 every year. There's only 41 home games every year. The Chicago Bulls had a sellout streak of 610 consecutive games from November 20th, 1987 to November 3rd, 2000, a run that encompassed their dynasty years. It was the third longest in NBA history at the time. The streak ended due to a combination of factors, including the election results, the team performance, blah, blah, blah. 13 years. And you're like, yeah, let's not run back this team. What? Let's not run back the greatest team of all time in NBA history. 72-10 with the ring. Let's not do that. Let's not bring back the greatest player who ever laced up a pair of gym shoes. Let's not do that. But instead, you're going to say, hey, I hope you don't make me regret signing you to this $30 million contract. Rick, you're a damn fool. Most Packer fans can't even count to 13. FGB. Southside Bear. You know what? That's a good question. Because how is that only the third longest? Who had here? Wow. It was the third longest at the time. It's not even the third longest anymore. The Dallas Mavericks, 957 from December 15th, 01 to now, to current. The Portland Trailblazers from 1977, April 9th, 1977 to November 16th, 1995, 814 games. The Boston Celtics from 80 to 95. December 23rd, 1980 to March 5th, 1995. The Miami Heat, 637 from 4/23/10 to the present. I mean, they're going to give me 6 more rows. After my Heat, then we're the Bulls, 11, 20, 87. And the Golden State Warriors are not too far behind. They'll take another 2 seasons to pass the Bulls, but from December 18th, 2012 to the present, the Golden State Warriors. The Heat it's current. Dallas Mavericks are current. Wow. That's crazy. But yeah, let's mess that up. And hey, let me get a collection of some of the best baseball talent, the top prospects in baseball. I'm bringing my own friend, Tony La Russa, to screw this thing up. Crazy. That's nuts. But getting back to the Bears, here's some of the things I'm worried about. The left tackle, I'm not too worried about it. Okay. I think if you run the ball, we're going to be fine. which Ben Johnson likes to do. My question is, who's going to be running the ball besides DeAndre Swift? Kyle Monangai, hopefully he's ready. Hopefully he's back. Roschon Johnson, hopefully he's back. Remember, he's been out since that physical practice a couple weeks ago. Ian Wheeler was cut. I know he's brought back to the practice squad, but I like Ian Wheeler. They got Britton Brown. They brought him. He's on a practice squad. So you got some guys who can run the ball. But I'm telling you, there's a difference. When you're how can I put this? When you're not comfortable, when you're not a vet, when you haven't done this for a while, it's a lot more difficult. When you have proven success running the ball, it's a lot easier for you to run. Things have slowed down for you. Kyle Monangai, they haven't slowed down for him yet. And I'm not saying he can't adapt to the speed, but it'll take him a year to have it slow down. It'll take him a year to see the blocks develop before they happen. I'm telling you from experience. And you're able to make that cut sooner. I'm telling you, if you're not a football fan and you watch a game with me, I can say, oh, I see it coming. I'll like pick, and an interception happens. How did that happen? How'd you see that? Just tell. I've had a whole bunch of football in my life. 30 years of playing, 16 years of coaching. So I see things develop. I see things differently when it comes to football than many people. And as you play the game and coach it, or as you play it, things slow down for you. You get used to the speed. You know where your blocks are coming from. You see a guy who's untouched. You know you got a guy coming who's going to wash him down or take him out, and you're going to make your move accordingly. You're going to set up that block. So if you know that right guard or right tackle is going to wash him down, you're going to take a jab step left, all right, and then go right. So he's going to take that jab step with you, and as soon as he turns, crunch. You see it. So the running game is one of the areas that I'm anxious to see how they feel that. I'm anxious to see what they do there. All right, and also there's that defensive line. You got it, Rick. Shawn watching Bear games with his visor and a clipboard, pacing back and forth. FGB, you're damn right. I'm like, what are you doing? King Booker World said, how are you a bruiser back that gets hurt when you get hit? That's like being the hottest woman with dragon breath. Oh, that's classic. I'm worried about the rush. All right, we didn't see any Grady Jarrett, so that kind of threw us off. Okay, that threw us off big time. But who's coming on the other side of Montez Sweat? Dayo Odengbo? Austin Booker? Austin Booker's hurt. So there's a couple issues that I have with this team. I don't know where we're going to get that pressure from. And the most important thing is, I shouldn't say the most important thing. Another important thing is Jalen Johnson's health. One, is he going to be ready? Two, how well is he going to play? His conditioning's not where it needs to be. You haven't had football shape. You haven't been practicing football. So there's going to be a big issue on how you play, how you feel, your endurance, your stamina. It's going to be a big That's going to be a big concern, especially if we don't have anyone rushing the passer opposite Montez Sweat and we give J.J. McCarthy time. Listen, you can say what you like about J.J. McCarthy. You can call him all kinds of this, all kinds of Captain J.J. McHandoff. Or you can say all that you want. But that dude could come out thrown. That dude can sling the ball around the yard. He just wasn't asked to do it. Remember that. Being asked to not throw the ball around and not being able to throw the ball around are two different things. JJ could throw that ball around. I believe so. Let me see. Chicago Bears practice squad. Here. No, Maurice Alexander, wide receiver Miles Boykin, Britton Brown, tight end Stephen Carlson, O-line Jordan McFadden, O-line Ricky Stromberg, linebacker Power Echols, DB Trey Flowers, DB Mekhi Gardner, and DE Tenno passing none. They did not bring him back. Britton Brown looked good. I was okay with him. Are you guys worried about Ben Johnson and his play, his time management skills? Yeah, Cornelius, I made the mistake. Either Ian Wheeler is not on the practice squad, not on the Bears practice squad. Are any of you guys worried about Ben Johnson's time management skills? Rick says Ian got paid a settlement. Him and Bill Murray, FGB. That's crazy. But I'm excited. There's a lot. All right. What do we do defensively? Again, one of my concerns is the DBs. All right. That's the DBs. All right. How good is Jalen? And here's the question. Are you willing to put if Jalen Johnson can't go? Won't know that yet. Are you willing to put Tyreek Stevenson on Justin Jefferson? Are you willing to do that? South Sapir, you're a fool. I'm worried about Caleb's fingernail management. Michonne says, I'm not worried about about Coach Ben Johnson's time management because he's an offensive guy. Okay. Yeah, and you're working a clock as an offensive coordinator to make the most of it. And let's not forget, he's also got Dennis Allen. Let's not forget how important Dennis Allen is to this squad, to Ben Johnson's development and performance as a head coach. Let's not forget that. He's been there, done that a couple times, and I think it's going to be a huge help for Ben Johnson. What? I don't know what they're talking about. You're talking about something in the. Oh, okay. It's talking about. King Booker World said if Coach Johnson makes a mistake, time management won't be one of them. Okay. Okay. I'm just tossing these out. I'm not saying he is going to. I'm just asking if you think he would be, because it's a new system, a new role for him. It's a new role for him. He's got to learn. He's got learning pains just like the players do, right? Learning a new system. So we'll see. We will see. How many people were excited? I would say excited. How many people are glad now that we did not get Micah Parsons? All right. Micah Parsons, it boggles my mind how this happened. You trade for him, give him an extension, but your medical people cleared him from a sprained joint in his back. They're talking, reports are that he's going to need a what's the shot? Epidural to play. Epidural is going to make it fine and dandy until the epidural wears off. Is there a big issue with his back? And to give him all that and guarantee all that money, now it doesn't look so bad, does it? By us missing out. Because let's be honest, if Poles had done that, and all of a sudden we're getting the reports of the sprained socket or joint, we would be crucifying Ryan Poles right now, wouldn't we? Bears Nation would be crucifying him. Oh, it's the worst thing. I can't believe he drafted or he traded for a guy with back injuries. There's going to be a whole bunch of not nonsense, but just vitriol at Ryan Poles for not doing his homework. Now, epidural, Micah Parsons is pregnant. Yeah, we all, myself included, I'm going to give Ryan Poles an apology. I think he might have known. You know, and everybody talks about, well, you got to make the call, you got to do this. I'm sure he did. But was he aware of the situation through back channels, through other sources? Because if he was and backed out, kudos to you. Kudos to you. And this is why GMs don't talk, and this is why people get crazy and they go, oh, dude, there's this, but you don't have the information that they have. That's the key. You got to remember. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. But we'll never know about unless they actually talk about them. That's a big hit. Remember, they just paid Jordan Love. Now they paid Micah Parsons. They're in a how long before they got to pay the running back? They got to pay the wide receivers. I mean, defensive backs, the linemen. Like, these guys got to get paid soon. I mean, you don't have Kenny Grant anymore, but But your cap is screwed up. Your cap is screwed up big time, Green Bay, which means you got to win like now. I don't think they're in a position to win now. Because if Micah gets hurt, Southside Bear, his back's all fucked up from carrying the Cowboy defense. Hey guys, Patty, thank you, Patty. Reminding us all, smash the like button, guys. Please do. FGB, smash the like button. Everything to me is contingent on JJ McCarthy. If he's able to pick up the system quickly, that's going to be a big Mickey Ficky problem. If he doesn't, we have him again until we face him again. When do we face him again? Let's see. Damn, that's in November. 2 months. It's more than enough time for JJ McCarthy to get acclimated and settled. Not saying he will, but he's got the time frame to do it. November 16th. Okay. That Minnesota Vikings team is going to be a different team after when we meet them again. November 16th. They're going to be a different team. The reason I'm concerned with this is Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell's one of the best offensive minds. You saw what he was able to do with Sam Darnold. JJ McCarthy's going in his second year in the system. Same play caller. So will the Bears. What do you mean, the Bears? Black Diamond says, to be fair, they needed to do with him what we should have done with Kyle Tucker, sit him down. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad we got Minnesota now. That second game in Minnesota might be a little different. We're going to be different too, don't get me wrong. Minnesota might be deep run of the playoff ready next time we face them. $12-14. Oh, the Browns. The Browns. That's the Browns' little mascot. Yeah, I've only known him about 15, 20 years. I didn't realize that was their mascot as a kid. Yeah, that's the dude. He's usually in the middle of the field. You paint him on the middle of the field. Yeah. Yeah, Rick Gonzalez says the Browns logo is so bad. I agree. They have a couple different alternative ones. One of them is a bulldog, I think, or a dog with a chain for the dog pound. So But all right, guys, listen, I am fired up about it. I'm excited to see NFL start tomorrow. Dallas and Philly, the defending Super Bowl champs. It's gonna be. Can't wait to see their ring. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. All right, folks, listen, I'm going to cut it short today because I'm going to go get the warden. I'm going to make sure I'm there a little early. I got to do a couple things right here before I take off. Southside Bear says, how many wins do we get this year? I want to be hyped, but I think it'll be tough to get 9. I'd say between 8 and 10, Southside Bear. I could easily see him going 10 and 7, easily. Yeah, I could easily see him going there. Hey, listen, folks, I got to run, but you have a phenomenal, phenomenal day. Again, I hope your Labor Day weekend was awesome. Hope you're able to spend it with family, friends, loved ones. Okay. We weren't on Monday, so hope you able to get some barbecue in. I got some barbecue in this weekend, boy. Woo-wee. Rick Gonzalez is 14-3. The Bears, FGB. I hear you. That's a little aggressive. I'm thinking 10 and 7, but I hear you, Rick. I love it. All right. Hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. Back to the grind. It's going to take us till Memorial Day, end of May. All right. But you know what? I'll tell you what. If you're able to make plans with your people, and we're able to, it's awesome. Shorty said, I built a smokehouse in my backyard. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Black Diamond says, chat, bear down, Shawn. Holler at you Friday. Bet, Black Diamond, bet. 11 and 7. It's 18 games, Patty. We say 10 and 7 or 11 and 6, one or the other. Listen, I want you guys to have a phenomenal day. I got a business lunch I got to go to after I pick up the warden. So I need you guys to have a phenomenal, phenomenal day. If you can make plans for lunch, do it. It's only 11 o'clock. Let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. All right, guys. I got to be on the phone with the T-shirt maker. I got to be on the phone with a couple other people. We're getting this Sports Zone Chicago thing right. We're getting it right. Promise you. So, for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Guys, you have a phenomenal day. But I got to bounce. Your boy is out.